Hello everybody, this is Dee's Cute and Crafty, and today we are crafting a door hanger from Dollar Tree items. I was inspired by White Sparrow Living. I saw her take a Dollar Tree vinyl placemat and make the most beautiful door hanger, and I had to try my hand at it. So let's get into this video. We're going to start out with one of the Dollar Tree placemats. This is so pretty. It says, "Always stay humble and kind." We're going to take the sticker off the back. You can use a wood sign if you'd like. One of these that I got from Hobby Lobby. Just flip it over and use it this way. But I am going to use a pizza tray. These are less expensive and they are easier to find because you can get these from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to start out, I don't know what's on the back here, it looks like some glue. We're going to start out painting it white. I'm using my white Waverly chalk paint that I picked up at Walmart. I'm going to use a sponge paintbrush, but this one is super big. It's bigger than what I want, so I'm going to cut some of it off. I'm going to keep those sponge pieces because I can use those when I am doing galvanized tin, when I need something to just sponge something on. That's perfect for that. Let's pour out a little paint and see where we go. I hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. My day is awesome. Any day that I'm crafting is an amazing day. Now, I don't know if I am going to paint just the center of it or if I'm actually going to paint the whole thing. I don't know. When I'm crafting, I kind of sort of have a loose idea of what I want to do, and then we see what happens. This is going to take 2 coats of paint, and I do think I'm going to go down in here loosely. And that's why I like the sponge. The sponge definitely affords you that flexibility to get into crevices and things of that nature. So we're just going to give this a good first coat. We're not going to put it on thick, just a nice thin coat, and then I'm going to dry it and throw on another coat. You guys, now that I've gotten my pizza pan all painted and dried, and I did put on 3 coats of paint to get it the opaqueness that I wanted in the center. I did a freehand cut, and I went ahead and just cut this out of that vinyl placemat, and we're just going to glue it down. Not quite in the center. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit to the edge because up here we're going to put some greenery and a bow. And I want you to know I did not waste the rest of that mat. I went ahead and cut out some little hearts. I kept the actual other piece for a reverse. I cut this out, kept the piece for a reverse, and I kept this piece because I could see myself cutting out the words love, hope, home, joy, cutting out the words in this material, and then making a sign or something with this, with these hearts or this reverse. So this will be another project. So I kept that. We're just going to get this glued down, leaving room at the top as much as we can for a bow. And even if you wanted to trim it down just a little more so you could bring it down further, that would work as well. I think I am going to trim just a little more off of there because I have some greenery, just bits and bobs of greenery that I save from different pieces and projects and things. And I'm going to bundle this together with some jute. Any way that you want to do it. I kind of feel like this is cute. I want to bundle it together like that and put it at the top. and I need to make sure that I have room to do that. So when you bundle it, you're going to get something that looks like this, and you want to do 2 of them, 1 for each side. So I'm going to cut this down just a little bit more on the bottom. We're going to lose some of the picture at the bottom, but that's okay. I cut this by eye, of course, because I did not have anything big enough to, you know, trace around. Okay, so that's perfect. This is what we're looking at. So that's perfect. Bring that down. And then we've got all this room at the top to place our greenery. So let's glue this down. Be careful when you're gluing this because it is hot. This metal will heat up so quickly and you will get burned. I have gotten burned so many times. So let's just get her glued down. You want to try to work quickly, and you don't want to use too much glue because you don't want to actually melt this placemat. Smooth it out really quickly before it starts to set. So you can smooth out any ridges that the glue would have made. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to glue down one of these bundles. And you could actually glue it in the crease of the pan, which I like. And because it's wired, it will bend the way you want it. And then we're going to make the other one and glue it down on the other side. Pop a bow in the middle, and we're going to be done. So let's go ahead and make this other bundle so I can get placement. I'm just going to wind these up with some twine. And all I did was place it the way I want it in my hand. Which actually this has wire in it, so I can probably hook that to this. There we go. I just connected it to the bottom of the greenery that I already had. Then we're going to put our flowers, place them, and then I'm going to start to wind the twine around, leaving yourself a little bit to tie it off. Just wind it. Just want to wind all this together. And then add in these leaves. Because they're small, so I didn't want them to get lost. So I decided to add them separately. And the twine actually will bulk this up enough that it gives you something to glue it to. And then we're going to cut this piece off. And we're just going to tie it. I'm going to tie it in the back. And I like to do a triple knot just to make sure it is secure. We'll cut off the excess twine and also cut off any excess wire floral wire that's sticking out. Like that piece there. We'll just cut that off. And then arrange this the way you want it. And then you're going to put, let me cut these pieces off. There. And then you're just going to put this here. And don't worry about the twine showing because we are going to put a bow there. So let's glue this down. Nice generous amount of glue. This one needs a little more twine to match that side. I think it should be pretty even. The bulk of it should be pretty even so that they sit up at the same height. And another generous amount of glue. We're just going to sit that right in there like that. I'm just fussing with it, getting it to kind of fold down the way I want, adding in more glue where I feel I need it. Before I make a bow. So this is what we have so far. Let's put our finishing touch on there. I have some gray to go with the gray that's in the placemat, and I also have this teal blue. All of this, of course, from Dollar Tree. So my favorite bow is the Olivia bow, so let's just make one. I think I want my gray to be, nope, it's smaller than the blue or the teal, so we're going to put the gray on top. So I just like to make a really good size bow, and all I do is fold it over. One fold gives you one loop on either side, so let's fold it again. And now you've got, as you can see, 2 loops on either side, and we're going to go ahead and make our cut right here. Set that down. This is good for the tail. It's just enough. So it was Providence. It was supposed to be that way. Couldn't have planned it any better. And I'm making this for my daughter, you guys. I make a lot of things for her home, and for my home. My youngest daughter isn't really into this as much, but if she wanted me to make her something specific, she would tell me. And of course, I would make it. So we're going to do the gray, and the gray is not wired, but it was so pretty, I just couldn't leave it. So the gray is only going to be 1 loop per side. We're going to cut it and lay it on top. Let's make some tails for the gray. And I'll be back. So now that I've got my bow all tied and ready to go, we're just going to pop it right in the center. We are going to take some nautical cord and make a hanger by tying a knot in each end of the cord and hot gluing it on the back. So you guys, I have these butterflies that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and I thought how sweet would it be to use one of these on this wreath, or on this door hanger, but it's sitting kind of flat, and I want it to have some dimension. So I'm going to take my beads, take one of my beads, and I'm just going to snip it in half. I am going to hot glue the bead down and then place the butterfly on the bead because I want it to just have some lift. So you guys, this is the finished product. I love how it turned out. My daughter's going to love it too. And I hope you guys do as well. Please join my small community. I am a brand new channel and I've got so much more to show you. So until I see you again in my next video, craft something beautiful today. God bless you guys, and I'll see you again. Bye.